Feelin Fab is more than another wellness podcast. We will talk about topics that also include happiness hacks, biz inspiration, how-to topics, and interviews from experts in many fields. We hope to help you navigate your life with some helpful tools and tips to keep on grooving and staying happy. Welcome to the Feelin Fab Podcast, and I'm your host, Marissa. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Feelin Fab Podcast. Today we are talking to my good friend, Michelle Booth. Dare I say, my very first friend in the world. And Michelle is a very interesting human, and I super enjoy learning from her. We are kind of different personalities, but I find so much value in the things that she has to say and in the things that she shares online and in person. Michelle really helps you build a brilliant life in whatever step of life you are in, and she wants to help you, especially if you are an introvert. So that's something that we're going to be talking about today. But if you're not an introvert, don't turn away, because everyone has introverted friends or family members, and some of the information might be valuable to help them as well. So everyone, welcome to the show, Michelle.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here.
Yay, me too. So we go like way back.
Like I can't even think of a time in my life where I have not known you.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I think I was friends with like a couple of like neighborhood critters, but Michelle
Like caterpillars
and
and stuff.
Yeah. Michelle and I, she was like the first friend that I actually quote unquote played with, and we have many good and fond memories from growing up.
Yes.
And it's been so fun, I think, I've loved watching your journey and just seeing, everybody has such different life paths, but I love how you have just really honed into yourself and really gotten to know yourself, and you're so confident about it. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about how you find that confidence, because that's something that when I see Michelle, I'm like, she's just so confident with herself, and I love that.
Well, thank you very much. That is so kind of you to say. And I don't know, I've been told by a few people that I've always been just like a genuine person and I know who I am. And it's one of those things where it's like, you don't really learn that. I can't really explain how that happened to me. But I don't know. It's just always kind of been something that's important to me, is to be genuine. And luckily, I haven't had to struggle too badly, just, comparing with other people on their journeys to either liking themselves or growing their confidence, where I've just kind of had this understanding that I'm important because I'm a person, just as every single person is. I have down times, of course, but for the most part, I love being me and I love spending time with myself. And that's a lot of what I try to teach other people through my different YouTube videos and on my Instagram. Just, I want everyone to enjoy who they are, because we're all such incredible people.
Come as you are. There's room for everybody.
Yes, exactly.
So I love like your little tagline, would you call it?
Yeah.
Is like build a brilliant life. So what does that mean to you, and why have you chosen that as kind of like your life motto?
Yeah, so when I first decided I wanted to do something more than just post like, I don't know, just like family photos and random stuff on Instagram, and when I kind of got more down to a niche on my YouTube channel, I wanted it to be about building a brilliant life. I love the word brilliant. I've loved it for a long time. And I just wanted to tie that into what I try to do, which is try to live, your best life, try to build a brilliant life. And it's not like check it off the list, you're done. You're always building. You're always trying to improve and grow. And so I just thought of the phrase one day after trying out so many different word combinations and stuff. I came up with build a brilliant life, and it really rang true to me. And so that's kind of where that began.
I love that so much. Do you try to be really purposeful with the content that you post online then?
Yes, for the most part, I don't like fluff necessarily. Like it has its time and place, but when I post things, I want it to mean something. It doesn't have to be anything deep, of course, but I want it to either like inspire somebody or educate them. Yeah, just mostly inspiration and education is what I shoot for.
So good. And I know that online you do like to post lots of tidbits about being an introvert. So, how did you figure out that you're an introvert in the first place?
I love that question. I think that when I was in college is where it really rang true for me that I love to spend time by myself. Like one of my favorite memories in college, which is like because I'm such a nerd, like I loved just sitting in the library and like taking my notes or studying for class. I had this beautiful library at the school I went to. I'd go to the fourth floor, get a spot by the window, and I would just look outside and be by myself, listen to my music, and just like do my homework. I loved doing that. I also loved just going on walks. I loved to listen to podcasts and go on walks or just go on a drive by myself. That's really where I learned that I thrive and I re-energize by being alone for the most part.
That's so cool. Do you think that it's a hard line of either you're an introvert or an extrovert?
No one likes this answer, but it really depends on the person. And I think it depends on like, I don't know, like even the time of year maybe. Because like there are some people that I can think of, they're very extroverted, you could say. They're very outgoing. They love to be around people. And this may be the case for a lot of people, like around the holidays. They love the parties. They love going out. They love just getting together. And then, other times of the year or just really depends on your mood, you want to spend more time alone. So that's a hard question. It's hard to answer that because it really, I guess what it comes down to is what is your preference most of the time? Do you prefer to be by yourself or do you prefer to be around other people? Not prefer, but what re-energizes you, being by yourself or being around other people?
Yeah, that's an interesting thought because over the years, I've tried to figure out what I am because I am a people person and I love to be social, but I also love my alone time. Like I love working from home.
Yeah.
It just makes me really happy. So I feel like I can be a little bit of both
And that's
I
wonderful because
haven't been
then you
able
kind
to
of get,
exactly label myself.
yeah, because then you kind of get the best of both worlds. When you're around people, you enjoy that and love it, but then you enjoy the time when you're by yourself too. I think that's a great gift actually to enjoy both sides of it.
Yeah, well, there you go. I guess so. The best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Like Miley.
Just like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. You mean Hannah. Just
I'm
kidding.
sorry. Is it Hannah or Miley? I can't tell with that wig on.
So, what are like maybe your top 3 tips for being an introvert, but not like isolating yourself and becoming cut off from relationships?
That's a great question. Let me think for a second on that.
It doesn't have to be 3. I was just like,
just an idea, just some
I was
number
just
out
throwing
there.
that out.
Let me think. I think something really important is to just know your limits. Know that you can be around people and you can enjoy your time with them, but that energy level will deplete the longer you are around them. So take some time to get away, maybe spend some time by yourself, even if you just like lock yourself in the bathroom for a while or something, and then re-energize. And then you can go back to being around those people. That's something I've done and it's worked really well for me. And when I am re-energized, I enjoy myself. I enjoy being around the people. And it just, there's a tip to take time to re-energize when you are around people. That way you can still have friendships, have relationships, and spend time with others without completely destroying your energy levels.
Yes. Okay, and something that my introverted half of myself is like a little bit tiny bit nervous about, and this is a hot topic, so here we go.
Ooh, yeah.
Is like having children and like never having alone time like
No.
ever again. And so I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I
Because I see some
do.
of my friends that have kids and I'm just like, you're never going to be alone, like ever again. I even cried when we got a dog. And like, if you guys know me, I love my dog.
Hmm.
But the first night we got him, I actually cried and I was like, oh my gosh, like, it will never just be the two of us again. To my husband, he's like, it's okay. Like, it's just a dog. You're going to love the dog. And of course, I love the dog now. But yeah, there's a little piece of me that I'm like a little bit scared to have a family and kids because I do love like my alone time and I'm just a little bit nervous about that. So share me all the tea that you have to spill on there.
Yeah, yeah, I have some thoughts on that too. I've thought the same thing. Like my mom, she raised 6 children. Well, my mom and my dad raised 6 children, and I just think about that and I'm like exhausted just imagining one day of having to deal with such a huge family, all these children. They're all doing different things. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how my parents did it. They're both amazing people. But with that, and this is me speaking, of course, as an adult that does not have any children. I don't even have a dog, but like, I think it's just always so important to make sure that even when you're taking care of other people, you need to take care of yourself as well. Because when it comes down to it, if you're not taking care of yourself, like down to the very bottom line, you don't take care of yourself, you get sick, you're not there, you can't help anyone else. So,
Yep.
like, you have to take care of yourself so that you're the best version of yourself can take care of those other people. And it is a good question with children because it's like, yeah, with little kids, you're just not by yourself. For that, I don't have a great answer because I'm not a parent, and and I don't know how they do it. I don't know how
Yeah.
they especially for an introverted parent, if they need that time. When it probably happens, it's when the kids go to bed and they're like, finally,
Mhm.
I'm alone.
Yes.
I can imagine myself being that way when
Yeah.
I do have children. It'll be like, once they're in bed, okay, finally I'm going to take a bath for 20 minutes, or I'm just going to sit here and do nothing and have
Yes.
no one talk to me. And
Yep.
like that little pocket of time that's going to have to re-energize you for the next day of parenting and family. So I don't know if that's
Oh
that's
my
not
goodness.
that's not the best answer. I'm sorry, but
No, it's just some thoughts I wanted to,
yeah. So yeah,
mull over.
those are my thoughts on that. Anyone out there, if you're an introverted parent, how do you do it?
Yeah. Send
How do
help.
you do it?
Lots of babysitters.
Oh, that could totally work.
Maybe.
Hire a nanny.
Yeah, hire a nanny. Make sure you have money so you can
Have a
just
ton of money. Have a nanny for each child.
have a nanny.
Easy.
Hmm. Good idea. So, how does being an introvert play into your work life?
Well, luckily, I do have a job where I can work from home, which is very, very helpful, just because I know that when I was in an office, I would get overwhelmed just from all the things happening around me. People talking, people having side conversations, phones ringing everywhere, people walking by. And so, working from home, where I have that opportunity to just be in my house and I'm by myself and like no one's bothering me except for like the people I'm helping on the phone because I do customer service. So like I'll email people or talk to people on the phone. But it is such a huge difference to be by myself during the full workday rather than around other people. And I think it's something that has benefited me greatly, and I do enjoy it a lot. But I do have very many ideas for people in the office that are introverts. Can I share some of those? I like just thought of them
Let's
now.
hear some. I
I know
am
I've had
stoked.
Yay! So yeah, I know I've done a video about this. I think I called it self-care at work. And some of those tips are to just make sure you take your break. Many, if not every like business has some sort of break policy where you get 15 minutes a day or 15 minutes every 4 hours or something, and it's like, don't skip those. You need that break. Get up from your desk, get away from those people. When I worked in an office, I would get up from my desk, go like up and down the stairs in the stairwell, or just wander around the hall just by myself, and it made the best difference just to be by myself for a little bit. Another one is to like if you can, like listen to music while you work so that you hear that and not like all the conversations around you and not all the people around you. And if someone really needs to talk to you, they'll get your attention, but you bypass a lot of like the annoying small talk that way when you just like listen to music or something. So there's another tip.
Love it.
Yeah.
Drown out the noise.
Drown out the noise and let signal to people that only bother me if you really need me with like headphones in your ears or something.
Yes. I love those people at the store that you see them in the aisle and they are just there for the groceries and nothing else.
I see them and I'm like, I know you, I feel you, you go for it.
Yeah, I love that. Awesome. Well, thanks for some great tips on that.
You're welcome.
I will shout out Michelle's YouTube channel. She has some great videos over there about, things that we've been talking about, but many other subjects as well. So make sure to go subscribe to Michelle on YouTube. What's your channel, Michelle?
The channel, just search for Michelle Booth. I'll be the first one that shows up. And yeah, that's where you can find all my videos. And subscribe. It'd be so awesome if you did.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get you some more subscribers for sure.
Woohoo.
Okay. What is like your favorite music? Since you just brought up music, I love music. Let's talk about, some of your favorite go-to jams. Probably you have different moods, but let's just talk about some of them.
Okay. Love it. Love it. So yeah, I love incorporating music during my day, whether it's just to take a break or while I'm working. So yeah, I'm so excited about this. So for like working, when I'm working and I can't listen to music with like words, I love listening to just a piano, like Disney piano playlist or something on YouTube. Oh, lately I love the Studio Ghibli piano playlists. They play music from the Studio Ghibli movies like Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, Castle in the Sky, those types of movies.
Oh, throwback. I remember watching that movie with you.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. That's right. And then like during the day something I love to do is just to take a quick 3-minute dance party when I need to re-energize or something. And I'll just turn on my Alexa. She's in my kitchen currently, and I'll have her play. Let's see, what's something I have her play lately? Okay, I love the Jonas Brothers' new album, Happiness Begins. And Roller Coasters is one of the best songs on there. I love that one.
Love it.
It's such a good party. Just a good, bop around your kitchen and just get happy, get excited, and move your body. I love that one. Let me think. I know there's like so many. Okay, another one I love. Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion album is like stellar. I love it so much. It's such a bop. It's such a party. I love that album as well.
I'll have to check that out. I've been listening to lots of like banjo music over here.
Nice. That seems very, very appropriate for where you live.
Yeah. Just a phase of life. But yeah, I break out the pop and jams every now and then. So
yeah, that's great.
Love your tips on some music. I too love like during work time to listen to piano music, and Spotify has a great playlist. I mean, they have like a lot of great playlists, but they do have a top 100 like piano performance songs that I've been listening to lately. It's been very nice. It's made me actually also get back into piano playing, which has been really good.
Good for you. Yeah.
I've always played a little bit, but now I'm like working on some hard pieces again and like, just dabbling around with some Schumann, some Chopin.
Just casual.
All sorts. All right. So let's also talk about some books. Do you have any like book recommendations on either just becoming like more confident, or maybe some sort of like introvert books, or even just books that you really like that aren't necessarily self-help books? Let's hear a few books that you really like.
Yeah, let me look at my bookshelf. It's just over here. Oh, okay. One confidence book I absolutely love. It's called The Confidence Code. I think the authors, it's Katie Kay and Claire Shipman. It is such an excellent book. It's focused on confidence in women, and they study these women that are in really high level like jobs, or like they're in the WNBA, and they interview these women and they interview them about confidence, and it's so mind-blowing learning about these women that have like such high positions in companies and businesses they've created themselves, and like they all struggle in some way with confidence, or they've learned how to overcome those struggles and to be just this confident woman that gets stuff done. And it's so interesting, and I love that book so much.
Awesome.
And then let me think of what else would be a good recommendation. Oh, I really love Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I feel like everyone talks about it. It's so
I know, everyone
good.
talks about it.
It is very good. It just inspires you to be creative just for the sake of being creative. And I just love that. Like I feel like everyone needs to be creative in some way. As humans, we want to create things. And that's just a very inspiring book for that. And let me think if I have any others. Let's see. Just a good, like, sit down, feel good book.
Yes.
This is so silly. But, like, I honestly love just Anne of Green Gables. It's such a good book series. And it just makes me feel all warm inside. And I think it's I think Anne Shirley is one of the most lovable, incredible characters in literature. I just love her.
So much love. Have you watched the new Anne of Green Gables show?
Oh, Anne with an E? That one?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. I have.
Should I watch it? Is it worth my time?
Yes. But let me say, like,
because I love the old shows.
I know. I love the old one too. I love it so much. But this new one, just go in with the mindset, like, okay, some of these characters happen to have the same names as people in Anne of Green Gables. It happens during the same time period. And some of the same things happen, but it's not Anne of Green Gables. It's Anne with an E. So it's different. Just think of them as totally different, and I think you will enjoy it. You'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. And I have one last question for you, Michelle.
Okay.
As an introvert, do you like to travel?
Oh, yes, I love to travel. That's a great question. Yes. Can I just like expound on that? I'm just going to go right into it.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So my husband and I believe my husband would say he's an introvert as well. I would definitely say he's an introvert.
I would also say he is.
Yeah. So my husband is an introvert as well, which is very lucky for me just because we understand each other that way. But we love to travel. We love to see new places. We've been to Tokyo. We've been to London a few times. We love to travel and see other parts of the world. But we do it in a way where we have set apart time in our schedules to just sit in our wherever we're staying, our Airbnb or our hotel, to just like
decompress.
Yeah, that word. I was gonna say like decompose, but that's not what I meant.
Ew.
We don't decompose. That's disgusting. Just to decompress, just to relax, and just to like, because we both need to be re-energized. Usually he re-energizes by playing like a video game or something. Mm-hmm. And I'll just watch TV or read or look at my phone. So yeah, we love to travel, but we do put in those little pockets of time where we can just be introverts and not do anything social, which is really nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love, I remember on your YouTube channel, you did like a little haul of like some things you bought in Japan.
Yes.
So good. Amazing. I actually want to go to Japan.
Oh, you would love it. I know you would love it. It's an amazing place.
Yeah. It seems like so busy, but also so fun.
Yeah, it's like it's the busiest place I've ever been in the world. Mm-hmm. But everyone's so respectful and everyone's so polite, and they just make it work. It's really amazing.
Well, Michelle, thank you so much for coming on. We'll have to have you back another time, but I hope that this was entertaining / helpful if you are introverted or have introverted friends, or even if there's just little parts of you that are introverted sometimes, like me. If you have any other questions for Michelle or want to keep up with her and her inspiring content, make sure to go over to Michelle's Instagram. Is it just your name, Michelle? Is it Michelle Booth?
It is at michelle.buildabrilliantlife. So like kind of a mouthful. Sorry, everybody. But
oh no,
just find it once, follow me once, and then you're good.
Okay, so you can find her at michelle.buildabrilliantlife. Easy to remember. And also her YouTube channel is Michelle Booth, right?
That's right.
Okay. Well, head on over and give Michelle some love. And we hope that this was some fabulous information for you. Keep rocking your life and smiling. And there's always something to be happy about. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.